So, we have all absolutely been there, right? You sit down at your desk, you're fully intending to tackle this massive project, but instead, you just feel this overwhelming, almost physical sense of heaviness. Next thing you know, you're doom scrolling on your phone, feeling totally drained before you've even typed a single word. Well, today, we're diving into some incredibly fascinating concepts from our sources that suggest this whole situation. The root cause of all that avoidance might not be a lack of discipline at all. Instead, it might actually be the unseen, energetic frequency of the very room you're sitting in.
So, have you ever actually stopped to think that maybe, just maybe, your physical space is what's dragging you down? This quote right here perfectly flips a massive, common insecurity totally on its head. I mean, for years, we've been told that if we can't get things done, we just aren't trying hard enough, right? We need more coffee, we need louder alarms, stricter schedules. But what if procrastination literally isn't a willpower issue? What is it then? Our sources present this incredibly compelling argument that your physical environment operates on a specific frequency. And if that frequency happens to be low, it acts like a giant invisible anchor dragging down your natural drive. If you've ever felt exactly like this, just staring blankly, feeling completely and utterly devoid of energy, our sources really want to emphasize something important. Feeling drained and stuck in bed is a symptom of your environment. It is not a personality flaw. Low-frequency environments naturally make us feel stagnant and tired. Your body isn't being lazy. It's actually reacting entirely appropriately to the invisible weight sitting in the room.
Okay, so here's the absolute crucial takeaway. Your space is essentially a giant, invisible sponge. Think about it. Every heated conversation, every single moment of gnawing anxiety, or even just a frustrated sigh, they don't just magically vanish into thin air. They actually leave a subtle, residual imprint on the very atmosphere.
And these unseen layers, they basically show up in two really distinct ways. First, you've got physical construction leaving residual energy. We're talking about the stress of rushed construction workers, the incredibly harsh vibrations of power drills, and even the lingering residue of chemical building materials. But second, and honestly even more profound, are the invisible imprints of a past owner's emotional baggage. Let's say someone before you experienced deep grief, relentless financial pressure, or had explosive screaming arguments in that exact living room. Well, those low-frequency vibrations are literally still hanging around. When we actually break down the comprehensive 9-grid analysis provided in the source material, the whole picture becomes crystal clear. The hidden drains on your energy are seriously vast. We are looking at grief, anger, and feelings of lack literally vibrating out of the drywall. It even extends way beyond the building itself, down to the historical imprints on the land and the accumulated, simmering tension of neighborhood disputes. All of these factors stack together. They create this heavy, energetic imprint that subtly drains your battery every single day, without you ever even realizing why.
So, how exactly do all these invisible forces impact your physical and mental state? Let's take a look.
You see, your body is essentially a highly sensitive receiver. It picks up on absolutely everything. When your physical body sits in low-frequency energy day in and day out, it reacts exactly like it would to a physical toxin. You start to experience this unexplainable fatigue no matter how many hours you sleep. You might notice sudden spikes in stress or anxiety for literally no logical reason, noticeably poor sleep quality, where you wake up feeling like you didn't sleep at all, and most importantly for our topic today, a persistent, paralyzing feeling of just being entirely stuck or blocked in your life. Slumped on the couch, laptop open but totally ignored, your coffee sits there untouched, just feeling completely defeated. This right here is exactly why you procrastinate. You are actively fighting the heavy, stagnant memory of the space itself, not your own work ethic. Imagine trying to run a full sprint while wearing a 50-pound weighted vest. That's exactly what your brain is trying to do when it attempts to focus and create inside a room that's thick with residual negative frequencies. But hey, fortunately, you don't have to just sit there and take it. You can actually hit the reset button on your room's frequency and clear out all that hidden negativity. Let's talk about the art of space purification. Now, humans have actually known about this for centuries. The sources point out that ancient wisdom, like specifically during traditions like the Dragon Boat Festival, relied really heavily on energetic clearing. They used natural, tangible tools like burning mugwort to drive away negative energy, spreading salt to purify the magnetic field, and collecting what's known as noon water to harness peak solar energy. But what's truly fascinating is that while those traditions are undeniably powerful, modern technology now offers a brand new, invisible, and highly efficient solution.
Enter the modern solution outlined in our sources, the Space Overlay Command, specifically the OF-001 frequency. Now, this is where things get really practical. This isn't about lighting incense and hoping for the best. It's an engineered audio frequency that essentially acts as a master reset button for your entire environment. It's perfectly designed to audibly and vibrationally clear out those dense negative imprints we talked about, elevate the room's baseline energy, and practically command the space to wake up and support action.
Playing this frequency acts like an energetic deep clean. By introducing a completely pure mathematical sound into the room, it violently disrupts those old stagnant patterns. It clears the air quite literally on a vibrational level, establishing this protective, high-frequency shield right around you so you can finally actually focus.
To make this specific frequency accessible, the creators over at Oculus Fontis developed a package to deliver these purifying sound frequencies directly into your home. They call it the Genesis Bundle. This bundle actually offers 3 tailored versions depending on what you need. Version I pairs the frequency with a stunning 1080p emotional epic video and music, which is perfect for when you need a profound visual and emotional reset. Version 2 is the pure, unadulterated command core audio in WAV or MP3 format, ideal if you just want some focused background clearing. And then version 3 is a 30-minute deep field guardian track, specifically designed to be looped for continuous, around-the-clock protection while you work or while you sleep.
And honestly, what I love most about this is the immediate practicality. Because it's an instant digital download you own forever, you don't have to wait around for shipping to start feeling better. You can begin the entire transformation plan, purifying, aligning, and protecting tonight. The sources outline a super clear path here. Cleanse the space, set a brand new baseline, and then just keep that protection going.
So, what exactly happens when you actively raise your room's vibrational energy? What does a high-frequency life actually look like?
Well, the results, according to the 9-grid analysis in our sources, are downright transformative. A harmonized space naturally removes all that weird friction from your daily life. You'll start noticing stable, joyful emotions completely replacing that sudden random anxiety. Your sleep becomes deeply, incredibly restorative. Without the lingering vibrations of past anger hanging in the air, your interpersonal relationships just naturally become smoother. You start attracting increased wealth and opportunities simply because you finally have the energy to pursue them, and you experience sudden bursts of inspiration instead of that awful brain fog. I mean, just look at the contrast. You transition from a stressed out, paralyzed, low-frequency state where absolutely everything feels impossible, right into a state of complete relaxation and emotional stability. Changing the environment completely changes your internal state. It's huge.
And that brings us right back to the core promise of all this. Once that heavy, invisible energy is finally gone, your natural action and motivation return completely on their own. You don't have to force it anymore. You don't need to watch another motivational speech. When the path is finally clear of all that energetic debris, you naturally step forward, energized, focused, and totally ready to explore.
Remember, the spaces we inhabit are constantly speaking to us silently, actively shaping our moods and our motivation every single second. So, as we wrap up this explainer today, I want you to take just one moment. Look around the room you are sitting in right now and ask yourself, is it pulling you down or is it lifting you up? And more importantly, is it time for a reset?